30 seconds, mic check, camera check. Ten seconds, everyone, places. 3, 2, 1, and we are live.
Oh, why don't we do this? Unmute the microphone. That works even better. Good evening, everyone. It's the Shatt Show. It's Monday, the 16th of June, and we are having a show tonight about the Dirty South FPV Park grand opening on this Saturday down in Shelby County, Alabama, in Chelsea. I've got Adam in the green room right now. He's ready to go and everything. I was going to show some videos and stuff, but I didn't have a chance to bring up what I wanted to show, and it's not working correctly anyway. So why don't we go to Adam and go ahead and start talking a little bit about what's going on and what we can be expected for Saturday. He's right here somewhere. Let me bring the screen. I hate this. I was on StreamYard for a while until they went up on price, and then I decided to go over to Restream. I like it, but there's days I also hate it, just like this screen's going funky with me right now. Why do I have 3 screens? I have not a clue. Why don't we do this? Why don't we remove this? There we go. That's better. That's better. All right. So, your Logic FPV,
Logical FPV, yeah.
logical FPV.
Yeah. Stem my online identity. I'm involved with a lot of cryptocurrency based things, and one particular network called the Hive blockchain. And there I'm called the Logical Dude. And I built a business around that kind of thing. So when I moved into the FPV world, um, they were ragging me at Castle Crash because I wasn't something FPV. So I just, I cut it. There you go. It is a little bit of a rebrand. And so, yeah, here we go.
So that may be the reason why I don't go to Castle Crash, because they'll be ragging me because I don't have FPV.
Oh, no. They just, just
Mm,
certain circles.
yeah, yeah, I know. Let's
Give me
see who we got in the house real quick. I know we got it. Warren the Carrier Show. He's out there. Good evening, sir. Captain Joe. Good evening. Jack Rabbit, Scott. Good to see you, sir. And let's see, going on down the line, I know I've seen John CT Pirate, and I know Dusty East Coast Thrills. He's out there. I see him right there, and that's about it. Maybe. Oh, FTFO Media. Howdy. So, what? So, what got you into all this?
so I just flying drones?
Flying drones and
Oh yeah. Fly High, FPV. He's my best friend. We've known each other for 30 years. We got our pilot's license together, like our actual like private pilot or solo licenses together. I don't think either one of us actually finished our privates, but um, so yeah, we can, it's still on, our license, so we still have the ability to go and fly if we want to. I think we have to do a medical check or something like that, but you don't have to with drones. And so yeah, there we go. He's been in this for years and years at this
yeah,
point. Tried to
yeah.
get me into it, and I just recently moved back to Alabama a couple of years ago, and that was really when he got to sink his teeth into me with it all. So other than that, I was out in Oregon for a long time, down in South Florida. Should have been flying drones at that point, but I really missed an opportunity out there in the Pacific Northwest because I lived van life for 4 years out there. Me and my dog traveling around everywhere. So yeah, I got to see some really awesome sights, and should have been ripping some packs, but
Yeah.
just wasn't the way life was going at the time. So came back, and yeah, David put me into a drone, and that's been all she wrote. I've got 7 of them over here now. So
Well, I tell you, Oregon. I was reading up a little bit about you, and I noticed that you did go to Oregon and everything. And 2 years ago in October, we went from LA to San Francisco taking Highway 1, and it was an 8-day adventure, which was fantastic. Um, of course, Highway 1 was shut down at Big Sur area, which meant we had to go all the way up and back down to see
yeah,
what we wanted to see.
there's only like 2 or 3 cut throughs to I-5 from
Mhm.
101 if you're in Oregon. Yeah, so if one's screwed, yeah, you're screwed. You got to go a couple
And,
hours
and,
around.
yeah, and that's our next year venture. We've got it down that we want to go from now. We want to go from San Fran to Oregon,
Yeah,
and
that'd be a good trip, man. You get to go through the redwoods and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man, that'd be really awesome. Some of the most beautiful country that I've ever lived in out there. I've lived in the Florida Keys and, as well. So I've lived in some pretty beautiful places, but Oregon, the landscape out there by far is just absolutely amazing.
Oh,
Just one of my favorite
absolutely.
places. Politics aside, that was one of the reasons I left. But yeah, but if you don't pay attention to that and you get out of the cities and go out in the country and go look at all the beautiful landscape that's out there. There's so much to see. It's unreal.
Hey, Johnny, how you doing there, sir? And yeah, we want to do that so bad next year.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
because
my daughter, my ex-wife, my sister, and everybody, they still live out there. So I'll get out there at some point. Too much
no,
going on down here, yeah.
you got park responsibilities now, there,
Hey,
brother.
yeah, well, yeah.
Eh, so, talking about the park, let me share out the which one it is. I got crazy windows today. Let's see. There it is, right there. Let's share this one out.
Yeah, that's the website. There you go.
And there's the website. It's dirtysouthfpvpark.com.
That's it.
And basically, in a nutshell, you can go also to About the Park, which, I read all this and I totally agree that, it's getting to that point now that every place we show up, we have something happen or somebody will come up or something like that. This is perfect. I mean, we're not going to have all this.
Yeah.
And it basically will test your abilities more. To me, the way it's looking, it's going to test your abilities more than some bando some days.
Oh man, especially if you got a 5-inch trying to get through some of these rings.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
I've seen.
I'm hit the biggest one I've been flying my 5-inch through it some, but yeah, the my tiny whoop is absolutely loving this place. But I've been hitting it with like a grinderino and stuff too, but I'm not as good as some of these big boys out there. So that picture that you're showing now, that big brush pile in the back, that is no more as of today.
All right.
I burnt that thing down and cleared out a whole bunch of extra stuff, so it is no longer in the way. And yeah, but those are some of the obstacles that we've got going on. We built call it the dome, the Thunder Dome, whatever back there. It was like a donated jungle gym that we put up on like 7-foot columns. That was a fun project. And then we got the big rings on the different frames there, so that's a fun little obstacle. If you can go through both tubes, that's pretty cool. But yeah, we got some really cool stuff we've been building. We're hanging all kind of stuff up in trees, and yeah, that's one of my favorite pieces. I call it the gateway. It's kind of right there at the front of the park, so you can go in. I've been practicing my power loops for days over there. So
looks like it's going to turn out to be a good spot, and y'all are always adding more. And speaking
yeah,
of
we've had a
days,
couple of different work days, and we've got a bunch of different stuff planned. Fly High's got a whole bunch of LEDs that we're going to be putting into rings and putting up in trees and stuff like that. We don't currently have lights on the stuff that's up there now, but we got some other stuff that we're going to be adding in the future for sure. Yeah, that one, that's one of the main pieces there.
well, I got a storm running. I got a storm rolling through right now.
Yeah.
It kind of surprised me.
It'll come through here pretty soon.
Yeah, I heard thunder in the background.
I live in like a steel building, so we got like a metal roof, so it might get loud if it does start to storm for me.
Yeah. So you're of course in Alabama, down in Chelsea area.
Down in Chelsea area, which is down in Shelby County. We're 8.5 miles off of 43. You can get the directions on the site in the meetup section. I got a Google Map link there. But yeah, building this out on my little homestead farm. We got family property. It's my dad was one of 4 brothers, and he passed in December, so that was actually why I moved back, was to help with him and that kind of thing. And now it's our spot's my responsibility. So but yeah, so there's other brothers that don't that have control over different places. My grandmother has full say so of stuff, so I've had to get permission for all this to happen, for to have a bunch of people out and that kind of thing. So but we got everything going. One of the things is we do have a liability waiver, so if you do plan to come out to the park, I just need you to do it one time. I keep it on file for you every time. It's on the website. The button's in a couple of different places. So we do ask that you do that. If you haven't done it, then I'll get you to do it when you're here. Um, it just protects us, protects the property, and that kind of
Oh,
thing.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so because I'm not doing this as like a business or anything like that. This is all volunteer done, man. Like everybody, all that stuff that you saw up on the trees, that was all pulled up by volunteers. It was all donated by volunteers. I've been spending money. David, has been spending money on different hardware. Other people's been spending money to bring stuff out. We got places where you can donate. Philip, you helped us out with some sandbags. We appreciate that.
No
And
problem.
but yeah, we've got an Amazon wish list that you can go on and buy some stuff. It shows up directly here, and be ready to use. And we also now have a section for Home Depot gift cards so that you can go and buy us a Home Depot gift card. I don't do, and we can do cash donations here on site if you feel like doing that as well. Any little bit helps out a ton trying to go into buying materials, landscaping materials, all that kind of stuff. Any kind of building stuff that we need, like the big lag nuts that we need to put those hoops up into the trees. Those are not cheap. Uh,
No, they're not.
you
No,
know,
no.
all these, 4x4 posts, like building materials are not, not cheap. And, you know, like I said, this is all donated and it's all volunteer, labor that's going into it. So, and I'm just doing it for the love of the community, man. Like when I got back, from Oregon and, got into the community, David, before I even had a drone, I was going out to Bando days, just hanging out and, that kind of thing. And then went to Castle Crash with like, a hand me down drone that was needed to be completely stripped down to the frame and replaced. So we did that at Castle Crash. So I got the full experience there. And, so yeah, the FPV community has been really, really good to me. And so this is my way of giving back, basically.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely. It's a great community. I mean, you could actually look at the chat and stuff, and I mean, great community. And I found this out several years ago, and basically, I've been in this since 2018, 2017 in that area, but really got really caught up into it. I say about 2020, around that area.
yeah,
And the more I go to these meetups, the more I see everything. And Dave is just, I consider him to be the leader of the pack in a way. He
yeah,
knows everything. He can tell you everything about it. If he can't tell you about it, he's gonna find out about it. He's gonna figure it out. But yeah, that was a close one. That was really close. It was like on my backside just then. Yeah, I was like, "Woo!" I felt my hair go up during that lightning strike.
uh-oh.
Anyway, I'm right here's your wish list and everything. I was going to ask you
Yeah.
that. Yeah, are we going to have we got 120 volts out there? Any?
So
Or
I can run extension cords from the house, but we also had a donation that Steelix FPV gave us 5 12-volt batteries. And so we're going to be setting that up and getting some inverters and that kind of thing because we're going
okay,
to be having to run, like all kind of extensions for LEDs and stuff like that. But yeah, I have thought about like charging and stuff like that. We'll probably just run extension cords from the house and set it up over by
okay.
our little what we call the Bando trailer. So
Well, they sell these LED floodlights that you can actually use an app to change colors on them and stuff like that. And
mhm,
I thought about donating like 4 of them.
okay, yeah,
Let me
I
see
think I
what
have
I can do.
solar powered ones on there somewhere, but
Yeah, you got these solar ones right here.
we had those. Those were like motion light ones for out in the area. I'm not
And
sure if
that
I'm going to keep
and
those on the list or not. Well, the thing is, we've kind of like figured out that probably not going to be flying a whole lot at night
yeah,
because the lights that we're going to need is going to be more like during the day, that kind of stuff. So we need them, for our rings and our obstacles and stuff like that. So we might not need the floodlights as much, but
okay,
you know, may just get some for out there just for safety purposes if we are out there, until dark and that kind of thing, so people
oh
can
yeah,
see and that
oh
kind
yeah.
of stuff. So just kind of more of a security and safety situation.
Walk this way.
Pretty much, yeah.
uh,
So we're gonna, yeah, we've got everything kind of set up to where, it's gonna be, got a little parking area. As soon as you pull in the driveway, you can just turn in and start parking. We're gonna have our flight line set up on one side. Trying to keep it because like I've got some power lines to go through, like one, like basically like right down the driveway, and kind of cuts into part of the flight area. But so that's why we're going to set up in a position, and that's why we're building where we are, is to try to keep people away from said power lines. So, because I've hit them,
well,
and they suck, and they burn motors, and
yeah,
they
they
make my
do.
power flicker, and I don't like that. So,
Yeah, yeah. They yeah. If you hit them in the right spot, they seem to break your quad and your prop.
man, I
Just
have fried them. I have fried a motor every time I have hit a power line. So,
yeah. Well, the my Vada, I
yeah,
crashed it. I crashed it down in Florida, and I ended up crashing it again at work, and I ended up getting the heat gun out and
there you
bending
go.
it back.
There you go.
So that's the real bend it and send it. So,
That's the way to do it, man.
oh yeah, oh yeah. So, let's see.
Yeah, I didn't get a Nevada. I ended up getting the FPV when I got like a little combo with my V2 goggles and controller and all that kind of stuff. I use it for like surfing the mountain and that kind of thing because it's got those, the bigger batteries that can go for longer. And but that's, yeah, I don't fly it around the park. That's for sure. I
uh,
eat stuff that's a little more substantial,
well,
or
I'm
at least
hoping.
can, like bounce. Like
Yeah, tell me about it.
my
Something.
tiny whoop can bounce off of stuff.
Uh, well, I'm hoping to get at least get a good flight in at the
Yeah,
park
absolutely, man.
and test everything out. I may be going a little bit slow through at first, only just to get the feel of it.
Yeah, man.
So
Absolutely.
yeah,
That's
it's a
the best way to handle it. That's what I do at any place. I take it slow through there, figure out where I'm going, and then I rip it.
yeah, yeah. Then you crash and bounce.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I can't wait to see the place. Because it sounds like it's going to be a good place to go. Where basically y'all said it. Some places are just. I mean, every place I've ever been to with y'all, with the Dave and the band hose,
Hmm.
um, we've never had much trouble. Now, you got to think about it. We used to go to Caraway all the time,
Yeah,
every Sunday, and now Caraway is no longer.
yeah,
Um, now, I mean, we can still go to the Roundhouse, and I really like the Roundhouse so much because all the artwork and
yeah,
everything in there, man, it's incredible. All
yeah. I
that
like that
stuff.
one too. That one's fun. It's got some really, really good street art. I'm looking to get some street artists or something to come back, and because we've got like a little bando house or whatever. It was actually my old house before I moved, and it's just kind of dilapidated at this point. And but on the backside of it, nobody can really see it from our road. So I want somebody to paint the hell out of it. Just go ham. Put some awesome artwork on the back. Or I've thought about putting just like some spray cans and like making it a big tag wall or something for pilots to come and tag their name and stuff and that. So we might do a little something like that. I think I'll probably save one section for like a really good artist or something like that to come into a big piece if they want to. So, but yeah, that's kind of the dream for that, is to paint that all up with some really good street art on the backside of it, and, to where nobody sees it from the road or anything like that. So,
That'd
but
be
we've got
nice.
one side that we can open up windows and fly through a couple of rooms and that kind of thing. But the rest of it's kind of sketch.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. So
Just well, the Rome, Georgia was cool. I liked it. What's the other one?
we got the one in Anniston, Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese. That's what I
Yeah,
was trying to think of.
yeah, that was okay. It's just it got last time we were out there, it was like really, really grown up and scraggly. So it kind of made it hard to go through some of the stuff that we're normally going through. But yeah, you just Alabama's got a bunch of random places, all over the spot. One of my favorites is the Shelby Ironworks down in Briarfield. That's a good spot. Um, yeah, that place is really, really cool. A lot of concrete though, so you might break something. But.
Speaking of which, I just clicked on it right when you said it. Let's see, share window. This one. And I don't think it's going to play it. No, it's playing it.
It would be up there. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But yeah, this part. This is the other side of the road of Shelby Ironworks.
Yeah. This is the side that we park on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just decided to go flying over here and test everything out. It's a cool spot for sure. Swiss cheese is cool, except for last time we went to Swiss cheese. I know. Good thing it's in Nevada. I said, "What? Where was I going?" So, yeah, the last time we went to Swiss cheese, the owner came by and he was really complaining about us being on his property.
Yeah, they said he can't. Yeah, they said he like we could only like be in the parking lot and only go on the property if we crash or something like that. So.
Hey, Joe Fotolio's in the house.
But what's up? I hear he's pretty sketchy. And the last time, well, yeah, was it the last time I was up there? Yeah, last time I was up there, we had some rando crackhead come walking up. And, yeah.
What y'all got there?
What are you doing, dude?
Yeah, leave
it alone.
Yeah, this is the one where the leaf got my.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this is the concrete jungle.
And it is a really cool place.
Yeah, that's a really, really awesome place.
You just don't want to go down in that hole right there and get caught up in there.
No.
Dave says, yeah.
There's Dave. I see him in the chat.
What's up, Dave? So we there was the first time I ever went out there. Dave walked me around and he goes, "So you can fly here, but don't fly there."
Yeah.
He says you'll never get out. So yeah, that Swiss cheese. I wonder if I got it close by. Let's see. Swiss cheese. No, that's not Swiss cheese. That's Grand Tour.
They just got some advertising dollars.
Yeah. Cha-ching. Hey, Flying High. What's going on?
Yeah, I like that stack and stuff that's out there. I'm not much for going in that place right now. I'm still kind of a novice intermediate kind of pilot. I definitely.
Yeah.
And I'm one that I don't really like breaking my stuff. You know, I
No.
got other
Who
things to
does?
spend my money on. So
Who does like stuff like that?
yeah. Oh, some of them do. Some of them like, yeah, I broke an arm. Okay,
Okay. Fix it and send it.
I guess. Yeah.
Here's some
Yeah,
duct
that's
tape.
why they call it Swiss cheese. Is those holes in the floor?
Yeah. The
Yeah,
first time I went, nope. I was a little bit too soon
yeah.
on that one. And this is
Hey,
Shane. Yeah, going to grab one.
yeah, we got a crazy little group.
Oh yeah, especially when I got up and I was seeing Shane up on the roof. I'm like, how in the hell did he get up on the roof? And then all of a sudden I seen the board and I went, oh
Hopefully, we'll be seeing them around soon. Just had their baby.
yes, they did. Wish them well.
Absolutely.
Then they just have it yesterday. Was it yesterday? Or the day before yesterday?
A day or two ago, or a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. I'm too lazy.
that's where I broke a prop. It shattered on me.
Is this the Avata that you're flying?
Yeah,
Yeah, I got like a little Speedy B 2.5 cent a whoop that's probably similar to a Nevada, but doesn't have GPS or none of that kind of stuff on it. So
and this is where Dave crashed his.
yeah, that dude flies hard, man.
Yeah, he does. You put somebody in a set of goggles as a ride along, and they're like, I mean, oh my,
My brother-in-law, man, when he came, I had family come in town for my dad's, funeral or celebration of life. We didn't do a funeral, but anyway, my brother-in-law strapped in with David and was like, "Oh God!" it's like I don't know if I like all the flip flops like that. It's like,
he
yeah,
is,
you
he
probably
is,
be cool flying a Mavic. He's that kind of guy. He'd be fine flying a Mavic or something, but no, he ain't doing no freestyling. My daughter's boyfriend, on the other hand, was like, yes. So,
well, hey Joe, wish you could come up here, man, and check out this new park Saturday. It's going to be cool. I know Joe's just joining us. Let me
good luck selling your house, Joe.
yeah, I forgot about that. He is selling his house.
So it's on the market.
See, he'll be up in Tennessee, and it'll be closer now. He can come on down into Alabama now.
We're only 3 hours from Nashville.
Yeah. He could come on down.
About the same from Chattanooga.
Let's see. I'm gonna go here, and here, and then I'm gonna go right here.
Sure.
Let's go to your homepage. Dirty
It's all,
South FPV Park. Do what?
I said it's all one page. I made it simple.
That's true. It is. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
It is.
You click them, it just takes you to different sections on the page.
You can give donations, crypto contributions welcome.
Yes. We do take crypto as well. My thing is, okay, so I'll lay this out. I don't deal with the banking system. Period. Because of some past businesses there, I tried to get into the hemp world and into the crypto world. I have basically been debanked by PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. All the payment services were basically like, forget you, buddy. So um, Bitcoin doesn't care. So I do take cryptocurrency donations, and I will absolutely immediately go and buy gift cards for Home Depot or Amazon or something and get what we need for the park. So I do that. That's actually partially how I live my life. So I do a lot of crypto trading and that kind of thing. That's how I make my income.
Do you have servers?
Hmm?
You got servers?
I got miners sitting right over here. I got the big ones turned off for this right now because they're kind of loud.
I bet. Got do you have solar panels or wind?
I have some solar. I have a solar setup. My Monero mining, which is all done on CPUs and stuff, that's on solar right now. My bigger ones are not.
Good deal.
Yeah, well, I messed up on the solar. I've got 900 watts sitting out here, but I'm running everything off at 12 volts. Like I told you earlier, I lived van life for 4 years, so the only solar setups I'm used to were all 12 volts. So the math was sticking in my head, and when I built this monster setup, I should have done a 48 volt, but I cheapened out on one battery and one panel, and none of my charge controllers or inverters work for 36 volts. So I'm going to just stick with 12 volt. But the problem is I bought the cabling to go from the panels to the charge controller, which is about 30 feet, thinking I was going to do a higher voltage. So I bought 8-gauge wire, and I'm not getting near the amperage that I need pumping through. So I'm only getting like 40% of what I'm supposed to be getting. So I have this week I've got some big 0-gauge stuff coming, and I dropped like $300 on freaking cables.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, that's some expensive copper.
Single lot.
Yeah, so I got to run that from the solar panels, and then I'll be definitely at least putting one of my ASIC miners on the solar. But yeah, I'm totally planning on expanding. So,
just run you some 750 MCM. Big old honker.
Right.
Yeah, that's especially this day and time. Wire isn't cheap. That's
no, it's not. It's not, man. Just the 30 feet that I'm getting was like almost $300. So,
jeez.
Yeah, because you got to have two cables, so it's technically 60 feet of wire.
Yeah,
it wasn't cheap.
Well, once you get it up and running full capacity, you'll be...
Oh yeah, I mean, full capacity, it'll pay for itself in the long run. So I'm not even worried about that. So I just, I do a little precious metal investing here and there too. So I just held off on a couple of weeks of precious gold and silver investing and put it into copper.
In a way,
I went from precious metal to industrial metal. So there you go. Yeah.
You went physical though.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
So yeah, that was not electronic transaction. That was just regular.
That's good old. Well, that was I took cash to buy Amazon gift card and bought it with that. So yeah,
we've been working on mother-in-law's house, and today we just had a coming soon sign placed on it. But everything we've ordered through Amazon has showed up here at the house.
Yeah.
And it's every single day we had a package come in, about 2 or 3 packages and everything.
Yeah, all the guys know us pretty well at this point. So.
Oh yeah, hey, what's up?
Because when you live all the way out here, you've got same route drivers basically that come out every time. So
we ordered we replaced our gazebo out back. We ordered one of those heavy metal gazebos with the metal top and everything.
Nice.
It came in 3 boxes, heavy boxes, and bulky boxes too. And the guy pulled up, the FedEx driver pulled up, and he noticed my garage door was open, and he seen me, and he goes, "Thank God you're home. Can you help me with these?" He
Yeah,
says, "'Cause when they loaded them up on the truck, they looked at me and said, 'Good luck.'"
right. Yeah, I've thought about. I mean, I'd love to have like a little gazebo out here for the park. You know, that'd be a great little fly through, and then just have like a little sitting place kind of thing. But yeah, because like I said, this is also like our homestead farm situation, or at least I'm trying to turn it into a little bit of a farm. Uh, I'm learning how to do things. So once I learn what I really like to produce, then I will really scale up in the next
Right.
year or two, kind of thing. So, oh, here comes the storm for me. So,
Yeah, you're
but
getting
yeah, I'm just trying to learn some stuff, and we're investing into a lot of, we got like a greenhouse, and I got nice raised beds and stuff like that. And once, just trying to do some stuff. I 3D print a whole bunch of hydroponics gear and that kind of thing. So I've been using that kind of stuff and trying to turn it into something, man. We're calling it Run Amok Farms. We started a business basically a way that we can just write all this stuff off. Eventually sell some eggs or something in the long
oh
run,
yeah,
once I
oh
get
yeah.
chickens and everything. But um, yeah, so we're calling it Run Amok Farms. It's my mom's originally from the Florida Keys. We sold their house in September of last year when my dad was sick, and they used to call it Casa de Run Amok. So in the spirit of that, and to keep that alive and going, so we're calling it Run Amok Farms. So y'all will see that sign when you come pulling in, because I'm putting it up within the next couple of days.
Well, that'd be good. That'd be really
Ooh, that
cool.
was loud.
Out in the chat, if there's any questions y'all got for Adam,
Sure,
now's the
fire
time.
away.
Fire away, fire away. And we're waiting on Dave.
Yeah, he said he was going to come in about 30.
Yeah, he said he's got some stuff going on, family stuff, which we all know about that. That happens. That happens every single day. So, but he should be back in. He should be in here in a little bit. But if y'all got any questions for Adam here, just go ahead and fire them away and stuff. Me met up. I was trying to think of the first time we met up. It was it Swiss cheese? No, it wasn't Swiss cheese, was it?
Rome. We
It
rode with
might-
David to Rome. Yeah.
yeah, but I think that's the second time I met up with you.
Oh. You know what
Um,
happens when we get together, and short-term memory sometimes.
we do have some short term. We're like, what? You get home and go, what did I do today?
I mean, they call him Fly High for a reason.
Oh my God. It's like, no. We were, where was that? The school, the the girls' school out in Chalkville.
Okay.
And we were out there one day, and I thought I'd never make it home. So I was like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the day that everybody looked at me and said, "You need to sit down in the chair." Here, Scott gave me some Gatorade, and I was just I was looking very peaked and very dehydrated looking. So
I can't have that.
no, Dave says you're not going anywhere. I mean, I had my pack on and everything. That was a good one.
Yeah, now I got some flickering going on. Hang on just a second. Let me check something.
Okay. Got these quick storms coming through.
Yeah, all this is on solar, so I'm good. I'm rocking on battery right now, so we're all right for a little while. So,
okay.
Well, yeah, I got my internet plugged in. I got my internet plugged into it, my computer system and everything, and then some other, and then my miners and stuff. So it helps if it does go out, then I've at least got internet and everything still. So.
Well, that's good.
We got fiber out here.
Fiber.
Yeah, I got fiber.
I'm off. I'm running off the T-Mobile 5G. So it
No,
does good.
I did the 5G action in the van life, man. I used to have to. Well, and then like I paid for the Xfinity account at my kid's house up there in Oregon. So I had technically a bill, so I was able to get like my real ID and all that kind of stuff out there. And but I could go and get the Xfinity hotspots all over the place. So I'd go out to different parks and stuff like that, or I'd go hit street side an apartment complex, and boom, right on. I'm up and running on Xfinity internet, no problem at all. I worked for Apple,
Ta-da!
I worked for Apple for nearly 10 years. And the last 4 of it was all at home. I was working for corporate doing support and everything. I was a specialized software support. And the last 6 months I was with them, I was in the van. And so I was bouncing around all over the place. Oh, they didn't know it. You were supposed to be like hardwired in and supposed to have all this like, ergonomical office set up. Yeah. No,
Nah.
I knew what I was doing.
What's
And,
the
like,
one
when,
with
when I turned in my notice was when I like dropped my sheet during like a team meeting. Because I turned in my notice and my boss was like, well, cool, I'm getting another position too. And I'm like, yeah. Because, I love that dude. Anyway, we're still friends. But yeah, like, so I was like, I'm going to drop my sheet in the meeting. And he started laughing. He's like, do it. Because he knew I was living in a van. So the rest of the team, we're all like in a team meeting. And I went, boom. And everybody's like, are you in a car? I was like, I have been for 6 months.
It's kind of like dropping the mic.
Oh yeah, man. That was crazy, man. Yeah, it was a crazy time. But yeah, it was time to go. It was time to do my own thing.
Well, sounds like you had some good times for sure.
It was some adventures, man. I needed drones though, man. I missed out, but I'll go out there one day and do some road tripping. So, because I don't fly anymore as far as commercial airlines at this point, I kind of refuse to go through the whole TSA process, and I don't have my real ID here in Alabama, and I don't have a passport, and I'm kind of one of those, F the systems kind of guy. I want as least. I got burned hard during Hurricane Irma in 2017. So I lost everything that I had, basically, all but like 2 weeks worth of clothes and some stuff that I was able to evacuate with.
Wow.
My parents got money to rebuild, but my whole thing, my sister's ex ended up filing a claim on the house before my dad and I could. My dad filed as an owner as soon as he got down there, and then I filed as a renter right after him online, and because I had evacuated and went up to a friend's house in Tennessee, and my sister's ex beat both of us to the punch. So that actually flagged us for investigation through Homeland Security. And I didn't get a dang thing. And with that being, I'm on lists because of that. And that's partially of like why I am unbanked and everything, which is pretty crazy.
Wow.
So, yeah, no, government is not your friend.
No,
they're not.
Well, I mean, I
learned it the hard way.
I just live day by day and stay away.
Yeah. So that's why there's no PayPal or Venmo or any of that kind of stuff. That's part of it. So yeah. My security number got flagged. So
yeah, it's yeah.
I'm a Bitcoiner and a cash guy. If you want to donate some silver or gold, I can sell that too. My coin shop's literally right next door to a Home Depot.
Well, you can always do like I do and bury it in mason jars in the backyard.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, I got property. So,
what's my address? No, I can't tell you my address.
Oh, I know that.
Lance, good afternoon, or for us it's evening. For you, it's afternoon. Hope everything is going well, sir. Dave should be here, and it's 6:49. Say about 10 more minutes, he should be popping in. Soon as he parks the vehicle and gets on in tune. We're talking about if you're just now joining us and everything, we're talking about the new FPV Park in Chelsea, Alabama, going to be opening up on Saturday is their grand opening. I plan on being out there. I'm
There you
probably gonna
go.
do some live spots out there.
Do it,
Show
man.
people.
Do it. I mean, we're talking about, our thing is everybody gathers around nooners, which is noon, whatever. But
Yeah.
we're always going to have some early folks. I'll be ready for people around 10 o'clock. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll be ready. I'll be ready for people by 10 o'clock, somewhere around there. If not, I will be getting ready if you show up around 10 o'clock. So, like putting out the tent and all that kind of stuff. So,
Well, I've signed my waiver already.
I saw that. Yep. Like I said, the waivers we keep on file, so you only have to do it the one time, and then unless you piss me off and I revoke your rights to visit, because this is private property, man.
I'm taking my quad and going home.
Take your quad and go home. Get out of here.
Say, I'll bring my ease up out there too. So for a little bit.
If you've got easy ups tables, you can bring your stuff. We're going to try to keep it, like condensed to like a main flight line area, like I said, because we'll have just kind of keep people away from the power lines and that kind of thing. So, and away from my house. Like I said, the Bando house is fair game, whatever, slam into that all you want to. But.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see if I can bend this thing again.
Hey, there's all kind of little fun obstacles you can try for that. We got the tires, we got the rings and the trees. We got the big, the tubes that you can fly through, man.
Speaking of these, what are these? Where'd you get them?
You see the one that's going down the dive?
Yeah, the corrugated.
The corrugated. That's what they are. It's corrugated pipe.
Okay, you cut them.
Cut them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The plan was to wrap them in LEDs and stuff, but we figured out now that that's going to be pretty difficult now that they're up. So. Stuff that we do from here on will be wrapped in LEDs.
Yeah.
Because that could be done prior. But yeah, that's that was a beast to get up because that's all tires. Our new friend Jose, he's he came out and donated a whole bunch of tubes and tires and the playground equipment and all that kind of stuff and helped us put everything up. But yeah, we got out there and hung that up, and that just seemed to be perfect to go right in between those trees. So that, the orange one is the danger tree.
That's what I was about to say. I was looking and I'm going, there's a reason why that one's orange.
I get asked that all the time by the family. They're like, so what's the orange one for? And I'm like, that's death on the other side of it. They're like, oh, I was like, that's the warning tire. It's like,
yeah. If you go through that one and survive, you win a gift. We'll give you a prize.
A little 65 may be able to hit that little corner right there through it, but I haven't been able to with a 75 millimeter. So
I don't know. That's
tight, man. It's a tight. That's why it's painted orange. It's the danger tree. It's the danger tire.
That's really tight right there.
But yeah, man, I've gone through that with I haven't done it with a 5-inch, but I've done it with a Grinderino and blue. I've done it with a Grinderino, my center whoop, and my tiny whoop. So
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah. I these are more my speed.
Yeah, no, those are definitely more my speed too. Like the tires, I'll mainly hit with like the tiny whoops, but I have done them with the other ones. It was sketchy with the Grinderino, but yeah, which is 3.5. So, but that's me, and I'm not near as good of a pilot as some of these guys. So that's me in my garden. Hey.
Yeah, you got. What was that? You got some strawberries.
I got strawberries.
Somewhere, don't you?
I got tomatoes and peppers back there along the trellis line in that back. What you're seeing there, some sweet potatoes. I got zucchini, cucumber. That's an older picture. It's all growing up like crazy now, especially with all this rain. But hey, at least I don't have to deal with the water.
I know every single day we've been getting
my first little jalapeno.
I,
A little
I like
jalapeno.
this.
Yeah.
Come on, come
And
on.
so I go out there and I like try to encourage them. Come on, you can do it. You can grow. Come on, guys.
And there's your
Yeah, that was
Grinderino.
the start of it. Finally finished it up.
And of course, got this new
That's
jungle
fun.
gym, which I'm gonna try to
That
test
one's
that
fun.
one
It's
out.
big enough you can get that Avada through it. All those little things
Oh
are big
yeah,
enough. I mean, that's like a kid's jungle gym. That's 7,
yeah.
and the base of it's 7 feet up on those columns. So, yeah, you can get through it.
This one of the work
Yeah,
days.
this was the last work day that we had. Well, the last community work day. My work days don't really stop over there, so there's a lot of grass and stuff to cut, and I'm trying to kill a bunch of weeds. There's my garbage pail pilot card.
There you go.
Yeah, I would love to get. I want to get my hands on a physical one when they do them.
Yeah. I think that a lot of people's trying to get their hands on the physical ones right now. I want to order.
The cow trailer's gone. I was able to finally get that moved.
Oh, I thought that was part of it.
That was my uncle's cow trailer, and I finally got him to move it out the way. Because no, you don't want. Dwayne tried to. Our buddy Dwayne, he opened it up, was like trying to fly. I'm like, bro, no. There's like 3 inches of cow shit in there. Like,
did you look at it? Did you look at him and go,
yeah?
No.
Well, no, I typed it on my phone because if you guys on the chat don't know, our friend Dwayne is deaf and dumb. No, deaf and mute. Not dumb at all. Dude's actually really, really freaking smart, but he can't talk. So you got to type everything on your phone. And I just typed in 3 inches of cow poop. And he just started laughing, was like, I don't care. No, he also came out there and grabbed like vines that were this big around off the trees that were just nothing but pure poison oak and just started ripping them. And I'm like, I was like, itchy. He's like,
oh man, it's so funny. You can be out there flying, and the next thing you know, everybody starts crashing. It's because of Dwayne.
He'll go plugging in.
Because as soon as he plugs in, everybody goes, "Where's Dwayne?" You have to tap him on the shoulder, and he lifts up his goggles, and you go,
"Hey man." But that dude
cut it off.
No fear. He will go scaling up anything to go and catch a drone. It's lost, man. Like when somebody crashed on top of one of the big things at Sloss, and he was up there before anybody else knew what was going on. The little
absolutely.
The guys that we had out there to climb, the climbers from Tuscaloosa, they got like a quarter of the way up, and they were like, "Who's that old guy up there?" And Dwayne's like, "I got it." He's just up there like, "I got it." Just holding it up.
We were at the hospital. It's the old Montclair, but it's
Trinity.
God, I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah, we were out there
Trinity.
Or actually 2 weeks ago.
Well, it was cold when we were out there. I mean, really cold to the point where I brought my propane heater, and Dwayne was out there with us too. And I took off with one of the packs with the regular was the Avada. Yeah, it was the Avada. Not the Avada. The Autel Pro 2. And I got up and was going over toward the roof, and by that time it just went zero battery, and it went landing, and it landed right on the roof. Well, me and Ken Heron tried to go. We were going to go get it, but we went up the wrong stairwell. We went to the other portion of the roof, and Dwayne had already gone and got it. And he was already back at the car when me and Ken started climbing up the stairwell. And Ken goes, "You can go without me." because he was out of breath and I was getting out of breath too. He said, "Just go without me." And I get all the way up on the roof, and I'm like, and about that time Ken's calling me, and he says, "Dwayne's got your drone." So I'm like, "Dadgummit, where? How did he do
man, he's a
that?"
crazy little guy. Hey, if you go to my YouTube channel, you can see the latest little video that I did that's got all the new stuff in it. Logic,
Let's see,
logical
logical
FPV. Yep, there you go.
FPV.
No,
This one?
no, just hit enter.
No. Okay, that's what she said.
That's still not it. It changed it to logic.
Yeah, what did it do that?
Because I'm not big enough to come up on the search. Just hit return. There you go. There's me.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
There
not
you go.
subscribed. Now I am.
Yeah, there's the latest one with the dome.
While y'all are watching this, I got to go take a 2-second break. I'll be
There you
right
go.
back.
Yeah, this was just a little Cinewhoop run that I did through it. That pile is no longer there. If you're talking about Kong FPV, Jody, I miss Jody. I wish I could get access to the bigger part of the farm over there, but our family total has about right up under 400. So we go from power line to power line over there, basically all the way down to 43. But this is the only area that I can build in right now. Right now, we will expand. I can get all that back stuff back there, but that'll take some boys getting out there with chainsaws and stuff, like actually getting to work, But we can expand back there. Do it, man. We need more of these little places, man. I mean, we really do.
Yeah.
I mean, because like we were talking about, that's like one of the main reasons I'm doing this is because I personally am not a huge fan of going to bandos and going in a bunch of nasty, toxic places and, like risking my health just to go and fly, and that and having to like risk the possibility of dealing with cops, crackheads, or Karens, You got neighbors that like to get all pissed off and stuff. So, yeah, I've taken care of my Karens here. So there's been a lot of back and forth with the family about this. So
how are they
they're
feeling?
fine now. Now that I finally kind of like got them under control, it's fine. So they're just old school. When they think drones, they think about war and people spying on them and stuff. I'm like, no. Actually, the one that lives, my uncle that lives closest to where we're at, to the park, he lives just through the woods. He don't really care, But now they see that we're just trying to have a good time, man. They're
and that's it. That's I mean that's there we go. Got the roundhouse.
Oh yeah, it was like my little vlog. I was wearing my flight suit that day. I like my flight suit. I should have worn my flight suit tonight. It's just hot. That's more of a fall, winter, spring suit. Definitely not a summer suit in Alabama.
No,
Definitely not a
definitely
summer suit
not.
in Alabama.
It was perfect for that day in
Yeah, man.
Rome because me, I wore a short sleeve and I was like, you dumbass. Because when that sun started creeping away from us, I was like, oh man, Philip, you dumbass.
Uh,
It's
hey
cold out
Joe.
here.
So Kong ended up moving up to Colorado. He was living out in Colorado Springs now. He moved out there for his job, so he got a much better situation going on out there. Actually, he just bought 40 acres, I think. So I was like, yeah, we need a Colorado park too. So,
Yeah, and if I can figure out what I'm doing. Okay, Dave said he's
cool.
jumping on. Okay, so I know it's in here somewhere where Kong had pictures
Yeah,
yesterday.
something like
I think it was
yesterday.
yesterday.
I get lost in that Instagram chat. That's why, that's why I
Oh my
created the
God.
whole Discord thing. Is so we're trying to put some of the more important information in the Discord server, like in separate channels, like our Sunday fly days or park information or whatever, and then we have a general chit chat. But yeah, the general chat and Instagram gets nuts in my opinion.
Oh, geez. I mean, that's the reason why you don't see much of me in
Yeah,
there
me
because,
too.
I mean, I'm like, it's hard for me to keep up with what's going
Yeah,
on.
I'll get up and check it during my
And we're,
toilet time, and that kind of thing, and then I'll check it occasionally if I'm expecting people, to chat with me or whatever. But other than that, it's usually once, twice a day. I'm in and out, as with most of my social media these days.
this is from Kong's
Yeah,
house. He sent this yesterday. Um, let's see if, how do you, escape.
yeah. So apparently they got a really nice little spread out there. So if you go out in places like that in Colorado, then you can get land for pretty cheap actually, because there he is.
How y'all
Boom,
doing?
What's up?
boom.
Oh
Good. How
man, I'm
you?
good. I'm good. Just made it out of the rain, straight to the stream.
There you go.
How's your ankles?
Oh, they're ate up. I did a gig work on Oak Mountain this weekend, and I got ate up by chiggers. They ate me alive. I was chasing mountain bikes all weekend. That was a lot of fun.
Right on. That sounds like a good time.
So there's Dave, Joe.
Dave's here.
Dave's here. Dave's here. So I heard y'all been having a busy. I've been keeping up with y'all having a busy time at the park, working on everything. It's looking really cool. I was talking to Adam about it, and coming Saturday, I can't wait to see the place and try to see if I can't bust my Avata 2 again.
Send it, man. All drones are welcome.
Yeah, but you see what I did with this one? I melted it
Oh,
and
there you
fixed it
go.
out.
You got
Yeah,
the
yeah.
rebuild ingenuity built in already. You're ready for FPV.
You keep on
I'm
telling me
telling
that
you,
every day.
I've seen you fly enough of the Avata. The same thing that Dwayne did, man. He flew that Avata through Caraway for years with us and bashed the snot out of it,
Mm,
broke all the ducks off of it, and he was flying around with no ducks.
mm.
And I was like, they make a kit to like replace those, and he was like, fuck it.
Hey, hey, tell the story of Dwayne, and because I can't tell it like you tell it, of the one where he hit the top of the tent and he was still throttled
Oh, it
up
wasn't a
like
tent,
crazy.
man.
It was a Caraway, I think.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were inside a Caraway. It almost looks like a parking deck the way it is now, the way they've stripped it because they pulled all the drywall and stuff out of there. But so if you imagine you're in like a parking deck and you got concrete above you and below you, and he's put his drone on the ledge and standing right next to the drone to like take off, and he takes off and he goes straight up and he hits the roof with his battery, and so his drone it's a full 5-inch quad. It's just locked like on the ceiling right above him, like right next to his head, going full throttle, and he can't hear. He's deaf. That's an important part of the story. So he's at full throttle right next to his head, and all of a sudden he pulls his goggles up and looks, and he's like, "Oh!" and he grabs the hand back on the controller and just takes off and leaves like a boss. And the best part of it was, like 2 days later, Mr. Steele pops a video of him pushing his drone up underneath a street lamp and locking it like that, taking his hands off the stick and looking around and then putting it back on and flying away. And I'm like, dude, Dwayne,
Dwayne's got the bait.
you gotta subscribe to Dwayne, man.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
He is a wild man. He is absolutely insane. He's like the first guy to climb up on the roof. He's we were at Sloss and we had a dedicated guy who owns a climbing gym who's like going to go out and do all our quad rescues because they don't want the liability of people just randomly climbing up the stacks at Sloss Furnaces, of course. And all of a sudden, the guy, we get him out from where he's at to go retrieve the quad, and he starts climbing up the building, and he looks up, and Dwayne's already up there with the quad, waving at him.
Yeah, we told that.
Sloss was cool.
Yeah.
That's
Joe
for sure.
says build a carbon fiber. And I pushed him
Yeah,
for
I
a
know.
long time, too. He was out there doing power loops with the potato, man. And how many, Joe, tell us in the chat how many potatoes you smashed. He's broken a lot of potatoes.
Well, y'all give me 1 second. Y'all talk amongst yourselves for a second.
So that big
Yeah.
pile is
But-
gone, Dave. Back behind the dome. So
Nice. Did you light it up?
I lit it up today. Took all day to
Excellent.
burn the shit down. Cleared out a couple of trees and some limbs and stuff from around too. So, but yeah, it's down. The one in the woods is still there, but that's going to take a little bit. So,
Man, I'm
But yeah.
excited.
the important one's gone.
The big one.
Yeah, the big one in the way of everything.
Right.
So,
Well, I appreciate that very much, man. All the hard work you've been putting into it, I really, really do appreciate, dude. It's amazing seeing it come together so quickly, too. It's like, it's been amazing just popping up out of nowhere, and donations just started coming in from everywhere. Like, our buddies were like, hey, I know people that probably have those big pipes. And we're like, yeah, you do? And he's like, yeah, I could. How many do you want? I'm like, well, as many as you can get. And he starts making phone calls. There's our boy Jose. He starts calling one guy after another guy after. He's a contractor, and he calls like 13 people. And he said on the last one, he got to, the guy was like, dude, I got a whole pile of them. Come and get them. And he owed him a favor for doing some work in his house, and he traded the favor for 2 giant sections of that pipe that we were able to cut into those rings. And then we had more donate all the way from Tennessee, from Mount FPV, and I drove up there and scooped them up too. But you know what Mount said? He said that he drives around and sees those pipes on construction sites, and he goes up and he asks to talk to the construction project manager, and then he gets permission to take all the remnants home all the time, because they always have leftovers when they're doing that, and they don't want to have to like throw it away. So yeah, if you see some
True deal.
giant pipes on the side of the road,
yeah,
they're
right.
building something, go reach out and ask, because that's all it takes is an ask. You don't have to. Yeah, I mean, he just asks and gets it, and he had quite a collection of them. He's been picking up pipes, and he gave us 4 sections of pipe, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to put it all on the truck, but we're going to do it. And I rode all the way back from Tennessee with the truck like stacked to the ceiling. But, you know, it's just a lot of donations have been coming together and making it happen, man. The same guy that
That's
started
great.
with the pipes brought us the jungle gym, and it's like a whole dome. It looks like a gazebo almost. It's like a whole dome. And then I bought a whole bunch of lumber, and we posted it up on lumber. and got it all standing up in the air, looking nice. You can fly up underneath it. We need to do LEDs like mad, and I'm starting to realize how many it's going to take. Like each ring is 15 or 5 meters of LEDs, like 16 feet,
Oh wow.
just for one ring.
Yeah.
And you can see how many rings there are out there. I mean, there's tons and tons.
Pictures and stuff up.
The first day we got 19 rings up, and then I don't know how many we added on the second day. We left a bunch of sections longer though. Add more fun stuff to play with. It's gonna be wicked fun. I can't wait to come out and get all the people out and rip it.
You can go to the Dirty South FPV Park Instagram, and it'll just be the park stuff.
Yeah, you got pictures of that. And I've got it.
Like instead of Logical, hit Dirty South FPV Park at the top there.
Yeah. I got it somewhere.
Yeah. Go back to my profile. There you go. That's it. That's the one. Yeah, that's
No, the Jungle Gym. There's the Jungle Gym.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot.
Let me
now that giant
Joe,
isn't there.
Yes, we would like laser beams. If you have lasers you can donate, we would appreciate lasers. You know, I work with another organization, Castle Crash, that has been collecting laser beams, and we actually got cold spark machines this year, that you see on the front of a concert stage. Our man Z-Bones,
yeah,
who was affectionately referred to as the DJ forever, has like taken it up to like get us fully lit this year, and he has been just buying all kinds of stuff. He's got all these like stage lights and concert lights and more LEDs, and he bought CO2 cannon guns that have like lights and lasers and shit that shoot out the front of them in CO2. It's like, oh my god, dude, I can't wait to see all this shit come together. It's gonna be ridiculous. But yeah, just amazing seeing all the stuff that we can pull out. Laser beams, we should definitely get some lasers. I don't know. I think for now the focus is really just LEDs that we can power up and leave connected. If we can power it on and leave it connected where it's just always in place, that'll be really easy to maintain.
Yeah, that's why I was telling them with the batteries that we got from Steelix, we can create just like a whole big power station over there by the trailer and just run everything to it. Just flip a switch on an inverter.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Go to town.
Good to go.
Joe, I sent you a link. I don't know if you're still out there or not. I sent it to you in Messenger. He may be busy still with the house.
He says he has had 3 potatoes, but how many times did you break it is the question, Joe. That's the question.
I have not broken mine yet. I'm happy about that.
How many times did you replace an arm or multiple arms, or how many times did you send it back to DJI? I really want to know, bro. Like, because that man, he put those things through the paces. He was really pushing that plastic drone hard. And I was just like, dude, you have got to do yourself a favor and get rid of that 2200 mAh giant battery and get some carbon fiber arms instead of plastic ones.
Well, I remember the first time you flew one the potato over in Atlanta.
Stole Ken Heron's drone.
Oh my word! Kid was like, ah!
I did the same thing with the Zavada too, and flew it into a bus, inside of a bus. I went into an open window and was like, he's like,
in other words, don't let David play with your toys.
Oh no, dude! I think he knows that I'm gold, and that all he has to do is put a camera on me and wait for it to happen, because I'm gonna send it. and he needs that like hardcore perspective. I feel like, you know, he's a big softy, and he needs somebody that's to push the drones a little harder than he does. I don't know if you remember his old school.
Yeah, but he only had one. He only had one
He
battery
used to
that
beat the
day.
snot out of drones. Like, he took a drone and beat it physically into pieces on his desk until it was tiny little pieces, and then he took the pieces and broke them apart, and then he took those pieces and he shoved them into a toilet and flushed it. And I'm like, let's get that Ken back. Where's the rage Ken?
What happened? What happened to the Rage Ken? He says, "Oh shit, I've broken all three." Oh, State Farm insured.
I only use mine for just like just flying around the mountain and stuff like that. I don't do anything out at the park.
It's got a phenomenal control link. Like,
Yeah.
it really does have really, really good range for it too, considering the
Oh,
age
yeah.
of it as well. It's the batteries were the worst part of the deal though. They were like $180 for a battery, and it's a 6S 2200 mAh, which is like $30 battery, maybe $40 if you buy a real nice one. But they're like, it's a smart battery, $180, right in the kisser.
It goes into storage mode for you automatically.
Yeah, it'll put itself to bed.
Yeah, it puts itself to bed. I ended up with 3 of them in the little like Flymore kit, but yeah, it was ridiculously expensive.
Speaking of which, DJI, I read the other day that DJI is coming out with smart batteries, 6S and I think a 4S.
Okay, I'm so excited.
But they're supposed to be intelligent enough, and they got Bluetooth on them where you can actually. I figured you go. I figured that you can actually monitor it.
I murdered
and
2
stuff.
lipos on Saturday doing gig work, just like chasing mountain bikes, man. Like, I don't want Bluetooth in my
Yeah.
batteries. Like, why? Why should it cost so much money, man? Like, I have like 20 batteries and I go through them like constantly. I beat them up and break them down and stab them literally. I don't
Mhm.
want GPS. I don't want smart crap. I don't want a fucking reporting of every time I take off and where. No thanks.
True. I never thought of that portion
I'm not
of it,
saying that
but
they
I
actually
did
do
think
that.
about
I'm
it.
just
How
saying it's a slippery slope, my friend.
Yeah, I know it is. I mean, what's a normal cost on the 6S?
I sell batteries 6S 1100s for $20, 6S 1300s for $22.50. If you buy them 4 at a time, or 10 at a time, or 20 at a time, you get them down to like $17. So yeah, pretty cheap. I mean, I don't want to stab a
Compared
$20
to
battery, but if it's dead, I might as well have fun with it.
yeah, kind of like
Yeah,
over and run.
I mean, that one I ran it till the bleeding last second, and it's self-immolated in my hand. But yeah, I
literally.
mean, my method is if I take off and I fly the battery, I only get like 45 seconds or a minute out of it instead of the 2 or 3 minutes that I'm supposed to get, then it's no longer serving its purpose. And the first time it happens, I put a mark on it. Like, just take a magic marker and stripe it, or put a question mark or whatever, so that the next time I pick that battery up, I think, has this been fully charged? Yep, it's fully charged. And then send it. And if it disappoints me the second time, it's over. I'm just done with it. There's no reason to keep it around. There's no reason to like shelf it and store it and like be like, oh, I'm just gonna keep it in a pile over here with all the other duds. That's dangerous. Don't do that. So instead of like bringing it home again and again, I'm just like, kill it right now with the bando in a concrete environment where I can just dispose of it safely. Hey Joe, welcome.
What's going on?
How you doing, brother? It's been a long
Good,
time
man.
no see.
I'm doing well, man. I'm busy, but yeah, doing well, man. Getting this place ready to sell and be moving out to Tennessee closer to y'all soon, man.
Oh,
Look forward to it.
where in Tennessee?
Yeah.
What area is that?
Maryville, south of Knoxville, out in Bardwell area, I think. Bardwell's out that
That's
direction.
not far at all from me at all. That's
No.
2.5
I think
hours, I think.
2 years ago when I came through and you took me to to Caraway with the potato, as we were talking about moments ago. That was I think 5 hours when I left Finley Roundhouse. I think it was like 4.5, something like that, to Maryville. So not far at all.
I'm looking it up.
Hold on, Dave. Hold on. Speaking of blowing one up, as soon as I find it.
Yeah, right at 4 hours.
Yeah, 4. Okay, good. Yeah, I can't wait, dude. I mean, I know it'll be close to Minefield, close to Atlanta, Charles and them, Dan.
Look, here it goes, right in my hand.
It's gonna be so great.
You did a great job capturing that, Philip.
Well, thank you.
I've got such a partial screen here; it's hard for me to see, but I see something smoking. Okay, that's enough. Yeah.
That one, I got the Velcro pop just in time. It explodes as it comes out of my hand. It was beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I said, nobody else was recording that. Except for you. Well, you had no choice but to record it, but I was like, okay, nobody
I
else is
recorded it with
recording
my
this.
phone. I pointed the
Yeah, it was in my
Oh, you
vlog.
did? I was
Yeah,
like,
this
man.
is my most recent potato with some gem fans on it, and I haven't flown it since January of 24. I do some hydro dipping, so it's got a little wrap on it, but yeah.
Nice.
Got the
one I haven't.
LEDs, fly high LEDs.
Yeah, it's got your
right.
fly high LEDs with the battery tray on it. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, that's the DJI kit. That's the same one Philip
Yeah, I got this from you at Minefield 4.0. This kit after I crashed number 2, and Rick gave me this one here. So this is the third and final. I haven't flown it in over a year and a half.
Oh.
Yep, I've gone carbon. I'll never go back. Now I still fly plastic Avadas, but actually it's carbon Avada. I upgraded the Access flying kit on that one, so that was fun.
Nice. Did you do the motors and the
Yeah,
ESC
I'm
too,
gonna
or
have
did you
to.
just do the body
Not
kit?
the ESC, just the motors, the carbon fiber frame and the motors. The Access flying kit. I didn't know you could upgrade the ESC. You talking about the motors?
I don't think it gets upgraded. You know what I'm thinking of is original Dobo when he did his, he blew up his
He
ESC.
tried the
and had to
ESC.
replace it. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking in my brain.
That's exactly right. Yep, that's
Old
right.
Ken Dodo.
Yeah, I watched his video for tutorial or whatever, or for a watch through, and he was like, "Yeah, I kind of don't recommend it. We fried it." I was like, "Shit, I'm still gonna try it."
So can you put those gem fans on the factory post, or do you got to get a different post?
Adapters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the Acon prop adapters. Yeah, it's a you just unscrewed the little spring loaded quick attach, and put on those, just 3 screws on each motor.
I gotcha.
Easy peasy. Yeah, and it gives you your
I just fly mine around the property. Really, it's kind of my mountain view.
Yeah.
Drone kind of thing.
It was a great entry for me. It was a great gateway. It allowed me to learn acro sort of with a safety button, with a no shit button. So it was flew. Is this Finley?
Yeah.
I flew my potato. I flew that potato right there. No, I'm sorry. It was the last potato. It was my second one. Right in through here. It looks cleaned up.
They knocked all the garage doors off or scrapped them, I guess.
I got you.
And then it has been cleaned up. Somebody bulldozed out the little box house that the bum used to live in. And it's pretty clean. We can actually drive up inside of there. There's my truck.
Can't wait to be so much closer to this, dude. Oh my god.
That ramp that you drive up is extremely sketchy, though.
Oh yes, it is. Driving up is not sketchy. Driving down it is very sketchy.
I remember we were flying and Dave took his goggles off and set him down next to him, and then right like 1 foot from you're like, oh, there's a crack pipe. Right there, we didn't. Didn't
Oh,
even
the
notice
internet
that.
corrected me. It was not a crack pipe; it was a meth pipe.
That's right. Yes, I do remember the internet correcting you on that. Right.
There
I
is a
guess so.
difference.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a little round ball. It looked like with a glass tube attached to it.
Yeah, that's
Crack.
meth pipe.
I don't smoke meth or crack.
I don't know the differences.
I had
Never will.
days.
I didn't know there was a difference, so I'm gonna stay away from it
Thought it
still.
was a glass thing and fired up.
So-
Whatever.
I had my
Yeah, this is a
crazy
great
days.
spot. Man.
Oh
This is-
wow!
man, all the graffiti through here and just the freedom to go. There's a lot of homeless in there still, or not?
This is only half. No, this is only half the building too. The other half of the building on the other side is where I spend the most time.
Yeah, where the roof is it still half caved in, or
Yeah,
that's great. And now that
and there's
Two
a
years.
lot of new paint too. There's
nice,
so
man.
much paint up in there right now.
Get
I keep just I mean, it's to the point where they're putting it over top of other pieces because there's so much.
Dude, I can't tell you how excited I am to be
I mean,
closer to
They
the
have basically all these panels, like the way that the walls are structured. There's like all these panels down the wall, and they're just one piece after another after another. My favorite's one of the old ones,
Yep.
though. It's a little bird. Hey, there's my drone.
Yeah, it was you.
There's that guy flying like an
Look.
asshole.
My favorite was when Ken crashed.
Oh yeah, that was.
Went right into the column.
You were there that day too. That was so
Yeah.
funny, dude. The sound
Dave
that it
told me
made when
that
it hit
story
that
walking
post.
down here. It's hilarious. Oh my god.
It's this red post right there.
Oh,
That one.
it is because
that one
There's a
with the
big
red ding
spot
dong.
on it,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's funny.
That was when he was
Shoot,
first learning, right? Still kind of getting the feel for acro.
yeah, I'm talking like smacked the pole.
He did one run and
I
was
mean,
like came
just
all the way to this end and flew okay and turned around and went back. And when he got to the other end, he was like confident, I guess. And he was like, I got this. We're gonna go quick now.
Cocky.
So he started coming back down the center lane, and as he was coming down the center lane, he just was getting closer and closer and closer to those poles every time because of the curve, right? And instead of turning more to get away from it, he was like pushing harder on the gas. And so as he got closer and closer, he pushed harder and harder on the gas and was just like going Mach fuck when he hit the posts. He hit the post, bounced off the post, hit the ground, and then throttled up one more time, like launched it off the ground like a good 10 feet up in the air, and then slapped it back into the concrete. And it was like so comical.
More y'all, less throttle. More y'all,
Yeah,
less throttle.
Yeah, and then like the whole like not just disarming but like punching the throttle again after crashing. And it was a yard sale. He had busted motors and he had busted GoPro and pieces were spread all over.
Oh yeah, good stuff.
I was
oh
watching it live too. I had
Yeah,
the analog goggles on and like saw it at the same time he saw it. It was, whew. And then the sound, zip, pow, whoosh, and then it goes up in the air and crashes
and
again.
then hey, well, you remember it sounded like a piece of
It
conduit
was
fell
so
too.
hilarious.
That's awesome. What's the state of Caraway?
It's pretty bad, man. There's not much of it left. I've
Not
actually
any.
got a gig across the street from it at Coca-Cola next week.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to going and flying over there.
Sweet.
It's a new
Sweet.
stadium that's about to open up. And,
Yeah, new amphitheater.
yeah.
Right
Is
on.
that what they're building there?
Yeah, it's huge. It's already built, and they're
Oh, nice.
polishing it off and about to open the doors.
Oh, nice. Okay. Very cool.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know. I was doing a live stream or a video chat with my partner on the project, and he was there on site. And I was like, "Hey, can you just turn around real quick? Show me what the building looks like across the street." And he did. He turned around and showed me Caraway, and the main building is still there, but they just keep knocking away more and more and more. And there's a massive pile of debris of all the stuff they've been knocking down lately.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to leave very much for us, boys. And what's left is sterilized. They completely filled the abyss and smashed that whole doctor's office down into it. So rip those quads that were down there. They will never be recovered.
No, they're
Maybe-
gone.
Maybe by a future civilization, they'll be discovered as fossils in the bum piss.
Future archaeologists may find some GoPro 10s still blinking.
Oh yeah, it's a brand new 9 with a warranty. It's Mike of War. Went down
Damn.
there.
We must be talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the
it's
abyss.
filled with concrete now. They knocked that whole
Oh, really?
doctor's office, the area that we used to fly through under. We would stand underneath it and park
Mhm.
underneath it. They've completely knocked it down and taken it all out of there now.
Yeah, Kevin Henderson went out there the other day, and when they were knocking it down, he took some video of it.
Yeah, there's not very much left. Sad to
That's a
say.
shame, man. I wanted to get over there with the real quad.
They took the
Because-
star off of the top and
It sucks because with the airport like a couple miles away or something like that. So the potato that I was flying then was like 70 feet up above the ground, and it was cutting in the freaking normal mode. Like, come on, really? I couldn't even dive that building facing the parking garage where we usually go. So
seen a bunch of plastic drones smash into the side of that building too. and carbon fiber ones.
well, I'll get to Findlay at least, but damn it, I won't get to the Caraway before it's all gone. I don't think.
I don't think Findlay's going anywhere. That's back on Google Maps.
Good.
How's
Trinity's
Trinity?
good.
Haven't we been out?
We flew again recently and had no trouble. It was nice.
Well, you didn't have any trouble.
I mean, from enforcement or whatever. The previous time we went out, we got run off by somebody who claimed to have a bunch of responsibility, but didn't really show any of it. We just left.
Yeah, we just didn't.
Did not
we
want
didn't
to
argue
battle
with
or
them. We
talk to
just said,
police
okay.
officers, so we
Yeah,
said
right.
goodbye.
Take the high road. Yeah.
I mean, tell me to walk,
Yeah,
I'll walk.
What? Yeah. Said we what? Opened the gate and everything. The gate was
I have
already
no
open.
recollection of the gate. I didn't
I
say.
don't know
I
this
didn't open the
game
so-
gate.
Pico.
It was
But
it's just
Gates
it
are in
wasn't
fact
fun.
made
They-
to be opened.
True. But this gate was already
Yeah.
open. I mean, not saying that I didn't open it.
Exactly.
You didn't open it. So it
open
was
when I
already
got
open.
there, 100%.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I mean, when it's an open gate, that just tells me come on in.
I agree. And it's a place I've been to so many times. I'm very comfortable there. It's a nice spot.
True.
Heck yeah.
Well, I was telling the story about Dwayne going to get my quad.
Oh, he stole it.
I
I remember
my
very
crash.
clearly. It
Me
was
and Kim
one of
went
the
to go
coldest days
get
I'd
it.
ever flown. In Alabama, that is.
Woo! I think everybody was going
It was
down
hard
that
on the
day.
batteries, and his battery took
Yeah.
off. He was in that big orange drone, and he took off, and it was at like 80%, and then all of a sudden it was like 27%, and he's like, "I'm going down on the roof." And then he and Ken and
I said,
Philip
"Yep."
went off up the wrong building to go retrieve it. And we're
The
watching
story
on
you
the
were telling
ground.
about Dwayne where he was on the ceiling, I was cracking up. He took his- oh shit.
He's a wild man. Dude.
That's the reason why I said Dave needs to tell that story because he can tell it. I mean, he can tell it to a T. The first time I ever heard it, I was laughing my
That
ass
is
off
funny as
about it.
hell.
But yeah, Joe, when we y'all moving
Soon as the house
or
sells,
y'all?
man. It just got on the market
everything
last
going-
week. We've had 3 showings. Having an open house this coming Saturday. So as soon as it sells, man, the process, 30, 45 days, however long it takes, So what's good is
That'd
we
be
know where we're
cool.
going. So and we're not, we're not in a hurry to buy right away. So it's just can't wait, man. It's
Oh,
so
yeah,
hot.
man.
Man. It's like, Birmingham, dude, it's so freaking hot. Like Houston is, it's so freaking hot and humid. I'm just over it. So
Yeah, right.
looking forward to having 4 seasons. Looking forward to a little bit of snow each year. It's gonna be good, and so much closer to FPV stuff. It's gonna be great.
You'll be close to it. Well, no, you won't be close to Brownsville.
Yeah, and I think it was 5 hours when I came to
Yeah.
4.0. Yeah, it's like 4.5, 5 hours. Not bad.
Well, if you're not close to Brownsville and you're still in Tennessee, then you got to be close to Burgoynesville, and that's an awesome place to be.
I'll be like 45 minutes. Well, Maryville is like about 45 minutes from like Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, that over there, Smoky Mountains area. I'll be just on the.
Burgoynesville has the abandoned nuclear power plant.
Oh hell yes!
And I've been
I
wanting
need
to
to
go
look
to
that up.
too.
Is it east or west of Brownsville?
It's far east, northeast.
Good.
So that's where y'all. That was it last year or year before last. Y'all went there first.
We would go there after the event.
Okay.
I'm all about it, for sure.
Are you staying in a hotel for Minefield?
Probably not. I usually try to just do it as cheaply as possible.
Okay. Because I know last year we got us a place.
The Con got a place. Is what happened last year.
Yeah. Well, maybe he can go ahead and order us a place from Colorado
I don't think he's
Springs.
gonna make it, brother. He's gonna be at Castle Crash a week later, though.
I figured he would. He wouldn't miss that. I wish I could go. It's
Timing's
every
questionable
year
for me right now. You know, I'm hoping to make it to my team's event, the Quad Mafia event in Chicago, July 18th, 19th, and 20th. But the house better sell tomorrow. You know, we better get under contract tomorrow if I'm planning on making that son of a bitch. So that one's going to be tricky, man. But I hope. But Minefield, knock on wood, I think I'll be there by then. So, yeah, I'll see you. Hey, brother Bob Casey, what's up?
Bob Casey, what's going on, brother Bob? He had that video today of that Mexican chili,
taco chili. That's another one I'll be close to when I get to Tennessee. I think he's like 4.5 hours away in Kentucky, and you know, he's another one on the list that I'll be just a short drive from. My wife's got some family in Raleigh, which I think is again 5 hours. Everything's just a jog, you know, not far. Everything's far when you're in Houston, you know, like everything's far.
It's far, like 30 hours away. It's 12 hours away. It's nuts.
Well, it's going to be cool. When you said you're moving up to Tennessee, I was like, yeah.
I'm excited for it, man. Definitely looking forward.
You can come on down this way every once in a while.
Will. Yeah, that's something I wanted to do anyway. It's just like I know, you know, Ken and Dave and you and Dwayne and all the, you know, crew, y'all just go out and you do your weekly shenanigans. Like I want to go hit that Swiss cheese or the freaking concrete jungle gym or any of those spots that you guys freaking go to. Like I got to get there.
Yeah, you'll be 2 hours from the nuke plant.
Fuck, let's go. Hell yeah.
So yeah, you'll have some opportunities. I haven't been flying with Dave and them for a while. I've been so busy with everything. Every weekend there's something going on other than, but I'm getting to that point where I'm starting to get back into it again and start being able to meet up with them.
You're going to to us on this Saturday. It's a grand opening of the FPV Park.
I will definitely. I will be there most definitely.
Put some meat in your mouth.
I want to get there and put some labor in over there, man. Like help build some shit for real.
Hey, I greatly appreciate any labor.
What happened today?
I'm cooking burgers.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, we got was it Technic is donating a grill?
Yeah, he's donating a Blackstone.
Yeah, big old Blackstone griddle. Yeah.
Burger time.
I'm excited about that.
And I heard that he was donating a griddle and I was like, I got something for that. Bam!
Fits your hand well, that's for sure.
That reminds me, I need to go get propane.
Well, gentlemen, I'm gonna
Yeah.
cut loose this
About
stream
to
and
get my butts
everything.
hurt.
Saturday for sure.
What
I will
time
be
is it
there.
starting, Adam?
Like I said, our normal nooners, but I'll be ready for folks around 10, or I'll be starting to like set up the tent and stuff like that around 10. So,
And how do they get info?
it's all on the website,
Which is?
DirtySouthFPVPark.com.
And what are the best ways to donate?
It's all on the website. Amazon wish list, Home Depot gift card, cash on site, or good old cryptocurrencies.
And what kind of things are we looking for donations?
We're looking for building supplies. We're looking for landscaping materials. Any kind of tools and stuff like that that'll help us out. Lights, all that
Tubes,
kind of good stuff.
pipes,
Yeah.
obstacles, LEDs,
Yep.
easy up tents. We're building the park. We want to make it nice and comfortable. We want a picnic table. Things, little things make it nice.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. And,
where else can they get more info? Don't you have a Discord server too?
Yes, it's the Discord server. We also have Instagram. All the links are on DirtySouthFPVPark.com.
Awesome. Do you got merch too?
No merch.
No merch. We're just taking donations and getting it fired up.
Donations. Yep.
And this Saturday is the grand opening, so come out and join us.
That's it.
it's gonna be
I'm
fun.
excited.
It's gonna be a blast.
Hey, Kate.
Sure.
She can't.
He's walking around.
That's what she gets for leaving doors open. Good night, boys.
See y'all later.
Dave,
It's that.
thank you so much.
Chat with
Adam, I appreciate it. Can't wait to see the park
man.
on Saturday. And Joe, wish you could make
Yeah,
it
wish so
up,
too, man. But I'll be
Katie.
a lot closer soon. I'll be able to make some more visits for sure. Hi, Katie.
Hey, Katie.
The boys all
Hey,
say hey.
Katie. She says, "Oh well." All right. Well, I really do appreciate y'all coming on tonight and talking about the park and everything. I can't wait to see it on Saturday, and I plan on doing a couple of probably just either one or at least one live spot out there, so everybody can see what the park's all about and what everything's going on.
I'll be looking for it.
And and I'll go ahead and show it off because it needs to be showed off. Because this is gonna be cool.
7 drones.
Where are we gonna go? Where are we going? We're going to Chelsea,
Yep.
Alabama. Let's go to
It's
Chelsea,
right
Alabama.
outside of
Let's go
Birmingham, about
flying.
30 minutes. Come join us.
Yep, 8.5 miles off of Highway 280 on Highway 43 coming out of Chelsea.
And there's a link on the
And
site
it's
right now to get there too, right?
There is. There's a get directions link. And go ahead and fill out your liability waivers, please, so that we have that on file.
Most
If not,
definitely.
I will be walking around with my iPad when you get there and making you do it, or you leave.
That's in case Dwayne.
That is to cover myself, my family,
Yeah.
and our property from your stupidity.
Well put.
No, we would never do anything dumb.
No.
Not us. We don't set
Not this
Roman
crowd.
candles to drones or anything like that. At a paintball.
No.
Nothing silly like
No,
that.
the only fire we'll be doing is on
Gel
the grill and behind the,
Yeah, well. Hey,
I'm gonna
like
get some
I said,
dinner, boys. Good chatting
I'm
with
okay
y'all.
with
Love
gel
y'all.
blasters.
Joe, thank you, sir. We'll
Yeah,
see
man.
y'all later
Have a good
on.
Easy, guys.
All right. Y'all stay safe, and we'll see y'all later on down the line. I appreciate y'all watching it and everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all being here.
Thanks for having me, man.
Thanks, Dave, for putting the link out there. I appreciate
No
that.
worries,
Dave, see you Saturday. Adam, see you Saturday, man.
Yeah,
Y'all
thanks for
behave,
having me on.
okay?